Hello, I'm Rachel Wiest from Triangle MLS, and I'm here with Stacy Anfinson. Hello, Stacy.
Hello, Rachel.
We're here to talk about the metrics for first quarter of 2014.
Yep.
The year is flying by.
Flying by.
So let's take a look at inventory.
Well, that still seems to be a problem. In spite of how hot the market is, we can't get people to put their house on the market. So if you look at inventory this year compared to last year, it was down 3%. That's not a good metric for us. We need more on there. There was a bit of good news, though. It was up 6% compared to February. That's typically what we see in a normal seasonal pattern. Not a lot of listings in December, January, and February, and then they start picking up. So there's a nice bump in March.
So we're seeing the usual sort of spring increase.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we've had bad weather in January and February. Has that impacted our pending sales?
Well, we got asked that question a lot because there's school days. I think there were out 10 school days in Wake or something like that. So a lot of people were screaming about the weather because they moved here to not have that kind of weather. But really, this was the best bad weather in the country outside of Florida. So anyway, the bottom line, the answer to your question is, yeah, I think it did. Pending sales, which were below in January, February, what they were the year before, they were down 2% compared to March of last year, so it's still 3 months in a row they've been down. But the big news is they're up 35% compared to where they were in February of this month. So it's a huge bump. I went back and looked over about 6 or 7 year period, and that's the largest bump we've seen in terms of the pending sale increase. So to me, that kind of tells me that people wanted to buy in January and February, couldn't get out, and they wound up pulling the trigger in March.
Ah, excellent, excellent. So what impact has this had on closed sales?
Closed sales still trending upward. That's a good sign. They're up 3%. And March sales were flat compared to March of a year ago. So 3% quarter to quarter, and then flat comparing March of this year with March of last year. So it's still, as long as we're above zero, that's good, especially when you look at the pending sales in January, February this year. I thought we'd have lower closing sales, but we made a nice little recovery in March.
Excellent, excellent. Now, see, don't be so pessimistic.
I know.
Average days on market, are we seeing a trend down?
Still dropping like a rock. It's 112 this time last year, and it was 85 this month. So it really is, if your house is priced correctly and it's in move-in condition, the days on the market is probably about a week or two. The numbers are really being skewed by the houses that are not in move-in ready condition and are overpriced. So that's the message to y'all, and you've been preaching that to your sellers, is get your house in move-in ready condition and price it right, and it will have a very low days on the market. It
will go fast. Yeah, there's no question that valuable inventory goes very quickly. So how about average sales price? Any movement?
Yeah, one of the things that you would expect when inventory goes down and sales go up is that you'd hopefully see house prices go up. And when you have a general undersupply of housing, especially for those move-in ready ones, that's kind of what we're seeing. So the way we look at it, when you analyze the system, it's what's happening with the average sales price. It was up 8% compared to this time last year, and the average price for resale was up 6%. So both of those are nice. Not necessarily double-digit percentage increases that you'd see in other parts of the country, but for our area, anything between 5 and 10% is really, really good.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you, Stacy. Actually, this all seems like it's been pretty good news, and that we're looking forward to a continually growing year.
As long as the weather keeps getting nicer, I think actually what will happen is our market will be about a month to 6 weeks behind where we were last year because of the weather, but we'll wait and see if that happens.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us, and you can go to trianglemls.com for all of the statistical reports. See you next month.